Voila! Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dre. Your support is seriously appreciated. Yeah. We won't forget the little guys who obviously, like you say, got us off our feet, right? Lee Chess, of course, being one of the big ones that we will not forget, because Lee Chess has supported us from the start, unlike chess.com, who only, started recognizing us when we were already starting to grow. The hell with that. Okay. So we have a game between Ding Liren and Jin Shibai. Both players are Chinese. If you guys, I'm sure a lot of you might have seen this game already, but the point of the game or the lesson is to show you the nuances about attacking a king that is stuck in the center. Okay? The things that you want to look out for, the things that you want to do when you are attacking a king that is still stuck in the center. Okay. So we will start the game quite slow. Sky Killer, thank you for the follow, Sky Killer. We're going to start the game off nice and slow, right? Okay. So we have a d4, knight f6. So d4 gets played, and obviously just defends some squares in the center and occupies a central square. Typical opening principle. You know what, Magnutes? There's going to be a lot of that happening by other grandmasters and stuff like that, so I have no interest in doing it. Why would I repeat doing things that other people are doing already when I can just be original? Okay, knight f6 gets played. A bit more of a modern way of attacking central squares and avoiding helping you to get 2 pawns in the center. Okay, so knight f6 is a very more modern way of, counter attacking the center without putting a pawn in the middle of the board. Okay. c4 gets played, grabbing a little bit more space in the center, and obviously also just opening up for more pieces to get behind them. So perfectly fine move there. e6 develops, gets out the bishop, and sets up things for a Nimzo Indian defense. So that's exactly what happens. Knight c3 and bishop b4. So knight c3 gets played, by the way, in order to try and play e4. Because, of course, now we have a defender on e4. And then we would have these 3 beautiful pawns in the center. Black plays bishop b4, pinning the knight, which now prevents e4. Because if you try and play e4, I just take it. Because you can't take back because, of course, you're pinned. Okay? So bishop b4 indirectly prevents e4. Well, technically, I guess it just directly prevents e4. So knight f3 gets played, black castles, and bishop g5. Now, what I want you to notice here right away, from the way that white has played this so far, is that white is not developing his kingside. And it's going to take him a couple of moves still to actually achieve this. 3 moves exact is what he's going to require to get the job done. He needs to move this pawn, or this pawn, get the bishop out, wherever, and then he needs to castle, right? So 3 moves is required still to castle. Black plays c5 and starts putting a little bit of pressure on the center that white has created so awesomely without any big problems, right? So he plays e3. There we go. Move 1 achieved, right? So now all that required is to move the bishop and to castle the king. But white starts getting involved here with other things. And this is where it gets complicated for him. So pawn takes, and he plays queen takes d4. Now, this is not a move that you are going to see very often. In all honesty, before this game, yeah, you know what? I should, right? I should. So this move, queen. There we go. Another one. Coolmaker32. Thanks for the follow there, Coolmaker. So queen to d4 is a very illogical move here and has only been played a couple of times before this specific game. So I think white's idea was to surprise his much stronger opponent, by the way, Ding Liren being a 2770 and Jin Shibai being about 200 rating points below that. Okay. Magnutes, I think this was from the Chinese championships or something. Ooh, let me check quickly. Give me a second and I'll check. Let me have a quick look for you. It was played, yeah, in the Chinese league. Sorry. This was played in the Chinese league, Magnets. Good question. Sorry, I kind of forgot that it was played in the league, yeah. So queen d4 is very, very weird because it runs into a development move and attacking the queen at the same time. So knight c6 gets played, obviously, just developing a piece, attacking the center, and attacking the queen on d4. Now the queen goes to d3. And suddenly the bishop can't get here anymore. And he is still 2 moves away from castling, right? So he still needs to do this and this. Now things get a little bit more ugly. And this is what I love about this game. He plays h6. Okay, trying to bait him into taking. After which queen takes, there would be a lot of pressure on c3 as well. Okay, plays back and keeps the pin, so that the knight cannot free himself from this issue. Black now finally opens up the center and plays d5. Now, this is the first step. When a king is in the center, like this, we should always want to open up the center. Why? Because, of course, you know, if we can get rid of these pawns in the center, then we would be able to attack the king already via ranks and files, right? So, Arexiel, thank you for the follow, Arexiel. If you guys, by the way, all the new followers and everybody who's watching the show right now, if you have questions, you are more than welcome to ask, okay? If there is something more you want me to explain or you want me to repeat something, please just ask me, okay? I am right here. I don't bite unless you really want me to. Can be arranged, or I'll ask my dog to do it for you. Okay. So yeah, so the move d5 makes complete sense here to open up the board. Now, this I feel is where white goes that one little step too far. Just a bit too far. Okay? He plays rook d1. Now the idea is that if you take my pawn, then I will take with the queen, and now of course I get a tempo with attacking your queen. And if your queen moves away from protecting this, then I can take it, and your pawn structure on the king side will be completely busted. There is no way to make fast money, piece of shit, unless it's illegal. Which, you know, I'm not exactly, you know, opposed to. Okay, yes. Perfect question, show. Perfect question. Why not play g5 immediately? Okay. He plays g5 a move later. So first he provokes him by playing d5 and to see what he wants to do about black trying to open up the center. Okay? And after the move rook d1, black now plays g5. Okay. So show he literally just waited one move before he did that by first watching to see what white had planned to do if he tries to open up the center. Which is very great. Okay? He's very patient here. He understands exactly how to deal with the king being in the center. Now note that we are still 2 moves away from getting our king to safety as white. Okay? The bishop moves. And now, hey Cardmino. Yes. The Pashnil, yes, the g5 does open up the king, but remember that black is the one attacking right now, okay? If you don't have pieces to attack with, then it's not a weakness. This is something I have been trying to tell you guys a lot, right? Is that a weakness is only weak if it can be attacked. Okay. Ooh, sorry about that. So if you cannot attack the weakness, then is it really a weakness? You know? If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, did it actually make a sound? Whoa. Whoa. Right? It's that debate. The players' names are right here, my friend. Right here at the top and the bottom of the screen. Okay. Yeah, so the Pashnil, that is the simple way of looking at it, right? If you can attack the weakness, it's not actually a weakness. That's it. That is it. So, check out this move, knight e4. So we put more pressure on the pin, okay? Now you're already starting to ask a little bit of questions here. Wait a minute. This is not great. What the hell is going on here? Why? Because you're still 2 moves away from castling. Yeah, Marian Cat, exactly, yeah. I figured I'd do it into a nice little lesson plan here as well. Sorry guys, let me just quickly reply to somebody here on... Okay, that's fine, cool. Just making sure of a lesson for Saturday. Let me actually see if he is still online. If he is, then at least he can come and join us as well. Stan the Man is his name, and you know, he's one of my students, and he's also obviously he's donated to the show as well. So I just want to make sure that he knows that I am live, of course, as well. So okay, so nothing fancy here. The knight just puts pressure on c3. Okay, we can now add the queen into this mix as well, and it'll be very easy for us to attack. I hope I'm not... I didn't use too many of them, Magnutes. I'm trying not to, of course. Okay, so he plays knight d2. And to be honest, knight d2 is actually a very good move. Okay, because he blocks the pin, and he attacks the knight that is putting pressure on c3. Very, very clever move. That's it, Donnie. You're the man. You are the man, Donnie. Good job, Donnie. Good job. So knight d2 is very sensible, because of course the knight on e4 is a little bit vulnerable. Right? So a little bit vulnerable on e4. So now you have 3 attackers on it. And of course the knight d2 blocks the pin. Okay. So it's actually a very good move by white. White is still okay here, by the way. He is still okay. But it snowballs very quickly if you don't stay focused on what's going on in the position. So now I ask you guys, what does black play now? Let's see if we can start, you know, getting you guys involved here. What does black play now? Find me a good move for black in focusing on continuing to make moves where we attack and put the opponent on the back foot. The Pashnil says queen f6, I'm assuming. But queen f6 just falls into knight takes here anyway, right? So that wouldn't do much. So the threat right now is this. Show says d4. d4 doesn't do enough either, because of I can just take it. I can just take it with a pawn. Arexial says knight e4, but there's already a knight on e4. So the question is, what does black play? I want you guys... Bishop takes c3 is not too bad. Not too bad. But after takes, you still have to deal with this problem. So you've given him some pawn problems. Fair enough. Okay. But now you guys have to start being worried about this as well. Eventually this is what's going to happen. Okay. So we have to be a little bit careful. Somebody pointed out, what about f5? That's entertaining. Can't tell you that I saw that one coming. If I just play bishop here after f5. Ooh, Show sneaking in with a second answer there, and he goes boom. Okay, so the correct move, you might have your board wrong, Magnutes, but knight c5. So well done, Show. There you go. You're getting there, buddy. You're getting there. Simple move. It just attacks the queen. It's not knight f5. It's knight c5. Yes, thank you. Knight c5, yeah. So good job, boys and girls. Good job. Knight c5 attacks the queen, right? So simple. Simple. The knight is still here. It's still in the mix and attacking the queen. Okay. Now, the queen goes to c2. And now the shocker. This is where the shocker comes in. So let's see if anybody can find the next move for black. You guys now have to state, remember that I said there's a few things we want to look at. First of all, we need access with our pieces to the king. How do we get access to the king? We have to open up the center. So that should give away the answer right now. Okay. So how do we continue here for black? There we go, Donny. Stinker. Throws it in there. Thank you, everybody. Pawn d4. Exactly. Makes complete sense, right? All we want to do is just smack open the d file. Why not? Exactly. d4. Okay. Now white plays knight here. Because he's pinning your queen. So he's pinning your pawn to your queen now. Now let's see if you guys can continue here. Not so easy still. You guys thought that it was all over, but it's not all over yet, my friends. Not over yet. Ah, okay. Magnet says e5. Why? Explain to me why you want to play e5. Let's see if you can understand why e5. Yeah, but that's just because you've seen the game before, Magnets. But why e5? Give me a reason why e5. No, d3 will just run into bishop takes. Perfectly fine for him. Because he has two defenders, right? And now he can just castle and be happy with life. Yeah, the check that move, I think there was very few people from that era is still here. Or is, you know, knows about that. Most of these people are new people. Grew is not a word. Yeah, it is. Sounds perfect to me. Okay, let's see what other options did anybody give us here. Now, e5 was mentioned, but my question is why e5? Can anybody answer why we would want to play e5? Yeah, yeah, exactly, Cardmino. Exactly, grew is a word. Okay, show. So that's a simple reason, right? But what we have to do, or worry about here, is that there's two attackers on that one. Thanks, Novikov. Thanks for the follow there. So how do we deal with the fact that he's just going to take the pawn? Okay, so Novikov, hello my friend. So Mikko says, yeah, e5 just to open it up. Okay, now after e5, what do you do after this? You wanted to play e5, so we sack the pawn. Okay, fine, there it is. It's gone now. It's gone now, children. He be gone now. He's out of this world now. He gone and got himself killed. Now you don't want to move e5 anymore? You're like, okay, the hell with this. It's crap now. It's like, whoops. Don't like it anymore. Okay, so if you don't play e5, what do you play? You want bishop f5 to work here. Takes, you want bishop f5 to work. Interesting idea, Sheppy. Cool, Novikov. Queen e7, and if I just take here. Attacking your queen, of course. Cheap. Super cheap. So if you go queen e7, I'd play here. If you take back, I just take here. Swindled. Super swindled. So that doesn't work. So why is e5 correct? Because e5 is the correct move, by the way. Queen a5, he says. Okay, now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty stuff. So if you play queen a5, right, then if I just take here, what now? It's being attacked, of course. There's enough defenders here, so it's perfectly fine. Now what? Check then, mate. The problem is if you don't play e5, he's going to just take the pawn. Regardless of what you play, he basically has just take the pawn on d4 as a move. That's it. Now you've just lost that pawn. You know, you don't have anything to show for it. You know, you have to move your pieces back, and he's going to play bishop e2 and get his king out. Hello there. Who do we have here? Hi Shovel. Oh, I remember that name. I love that name. Hi Shovel. Welcome. I remember that you did follow, so thanks for that, buddy. And welcome to the chat. So, by the way, e5 is correct. But now the question is why? Why is e5 correct? This is where things get a little tough. A little bit of tough love right here. We have to stay focused, boys and girls. We have to stay focused. Okay? Our focus is the king in the center. After e5, try d takes. Say after pawn takes, you mean, right? So after knight takes, what do we play as black? Okay, so Mikos wants to sack his queen. And I like that, Mikos, because we don't care about the queen. The queen is not important here. The fact is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this nice pawn here as pieces that we can use to attack with. Mr. Amalak, I'm just gonna say, is it just some kurva Amalak? Thanks for the follow, Yasa. I'm just gonna say, call you Yasa from now. It's not Yasser, but Yasa. So we have a lot of pieces that are attacking here. So sacking the queen is a shocker. So he actually does play the move pawn takes c3. Check it out. Boom. This is what he played. Pawn takes c3. Goes guns blazing, boys and girls. Guns blazing. He's pew, 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 pew. How you like me now? Huh? How you like me now? Down, 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 down. Okay, so he smacks and just sacks his queen. Okay, but now we have to take stock of what do we get for the queen. So first of all, we get a piece and a rook for the queen. At minimum, we get that. And that's close to being equal anyway. Okay? Kapow! That's the one. Exactly. Okay? Now, before we go into this, right, let's just look at if he played a3. What if white plays a3? How does black continue if a3 happens? See if anybody can tank me on this one here. There's many options here for black, and one has to calculate so many different things here. What would you do if white played a3 instead? Just out of interest. We won't go too deep into it. I did. I analyzed this game thicker and fatter. You know, I spent probably about 3 hours on this specific game. Yeah, sorry. Show. Unfortunately, of course, the queen just defends that square, right? So knight b3 doesn't do anything, unfortunately. I do appreciate your enthusiasm, by the way, Show. These are complicated positions, Show. So, you know, just take in as much as you can. That's all that matters right now. Just take in as much as you can, okay, buddy? So don't be too triggered or stressed about, you know, everybody is so good and blah, blah, blah. Just take in everything you can, okay? So I looked at a bunch of options here, by the way. I looked at e4 immediately, but it doesn't work because the knight just takes here. Okay. I looked at bishop takes c3. Interesting. Pawn takes. Then e4, but again, here. And now it looks stupid. I then looked at just bishop a5. What is the highest rating? Jopapitsta. Jopa, I have no idea. I mean, again, I don't really care about rating. What does rating matter? Yeah, you know, like what does rating really do? Jopapitsta chess. Thank you for the follow, buddy. But I'm not quite sure if you know what my rating has been there. Okay. You want to play a fork. Sorry, that was just a mouse slip. If you play here, right, I can play here. You take back and I play here again. And I once again am back at this again. Okay, or I could just play here as well, possibly. Because now, of course, if you take here, maybe I can just take back. Right? And now you have to choose. And it's still a very interesting game. What did you say? You could be rated 1000 and beat Magnus Carlsen. Yeah, no. I don't think so. Okay. That depends on how drunk we can get Magnus Carlsen. We have a plan, boys. We have a plan. We can beat Magnus Carlsen. We just need to get that Viking nice and stinking drunk, right? Yeah, so I find it a bit interesting if a3 was played. This is what I was debating, you know, when I was analyzing a lot. I know, right? And this is the thing, the Pashnil, is that when you have a king in the center, sacrifices are the crazy thing to go for. So I think the conclusion I came to was just to play d3. And that is it. Okay? Because now if you take, I play here. And then I still get a lot of activity for, you know, for everything here. That's a good reply there. That's a very good reply. Very clever. You're completely right. The man is a freaking robot, right? But there's also queen here, stuff like that. Plenty of weaknesses for you to attack here. So I wasn't sure about this position. Here I looked at nothing, right? Yeah, no. Okay. So let's go back, right? Where do I have something weird here? Ah, this is the other move that I looked at. Wait, queen b takes c3. No, man. Why is it not picking up this move? What is this one? That is so weird. Triggered. It has notation, but it doesn't go to the notation. Very, very weird. Anyway. Okay, so this pawn was taken, by the way. And now we played here. Rook takes queen. And c takes b2. Check. Very important that you note that it's check here. Now, this is where white went completely wrong. Okay? If you were white, what would you play here in this position? It's check, and what does white play? Yeah, e5 actually just goes, sacks the pawn and says, you know what, take it all. Take it all, I don't care, I'm going to destroy you. Suck this, man. So, what would you play if you were white here? You're in check, what would you play as white? There we go. Thank you, Dre. Andre Gore. I agree with you. I would completely play Rook D2. Exactly. Right, exactly. So Rook D2, right? I mean, after Rook D2, what do you play for black? Let's see if you can continue on. Yeah. You can't play Bishop Queen takes D2, of course. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Cardmano, because you're in check, of course, yeah. Okay, so after rook d2, how do we continue here for black? Now we have a pin. Pin is important. It's a very strong pin. So how do we continue on this pin? Yeah, you want to go rook d8. Exactly. Good. Good move, Sho. Excellent. So all we're doing is we're just hammering on the pin, right? Boom. Let's just hammer on the pin. Excellent move. But after bishop d3, what do we play now? What do we do now? How do we continue here? And this is where things get very, very clever for white. Okay? So black takes here. Because if you take back, yeah, Sheppy, there. Exactly. If you take back, then I just have this check. And now, of course, you're just falling apart. Your life sucks and everything is dead. And, you know, so things are quite possible. Or I just take here. Sorry, my bad. But. After knight takes e5, he can go check first. Okay? And now, you have to go king f8. Okay, you have to go king f8. Because, of course, if you go to a dark square, he's going to take check, right? So you're going to get mated. No, Magnus, this was not played. But this is what should have been played. Now, after bishop takes here, the bishop is gone, right? It's not here anymore. If you take, queen takes, and the bishop defends the queening square as well, by the way. So there's two pieces defending the queening square, and of course, we're just attacking here. And after the move bishop to e6, can't actually be played. Why? Because bishop d7 is a trick. Bishop d7, king goes here, bishop to c2, and it would just be equal. Pin the knight, pin the rook. This is not the variation I was looking at. I just wanted to see that he could just take the pawn and take the pawn. And this is what it would end up like. So this is exactly what it would end up like, right? And now it's just equal. So 5 pawns is a 5 pawns, bishop pair versus 2 minor pieces and a rook. So this is what white should have played, and he would have been okay. Would have been okay. It's still a bit ugly and messy, and you have to find a lot of moves here. But this was the only way for white to survive. But white makes an immortal game by playing king e2. He goes king e2. Now I want you guys to continue this attack for me. Black to play. How do we continue? Yeah. The Pashnil, yes, he did. He calculated every single thing of this stuff in a game, right? You have to calculate all this nonsense in a chess game. That's insane. But he's a demon. He's a monster, so it's okay. Yes. Donnie, you can just come back to the channel. Okay, Donnie, you can just come back to the channel and then go and check in the videos. There's in the channel, you'll see at the top, next to the chess doctor's name, there is a videos tab. If you click on the videos, you will be able to see this video again. You guys are all from France? Don't worry, guys. It is 2:31 a.m. here as well. Yeah, Magnudes, okay. So yes, rook takes d8, right? Simple. Threatening this. Okay, we're just threatening a simple check. Nothing untowards about this, right? And of course, if your queen now goes away, I can just promote this pawn as well. I know, Magnudes, I know you're from the USA. I know that. But the French guys, I know exactly how you feel because it's 2:30 a.m. here. I am even an hour later than you guys. I'm streaming at all kinds of weird times nowadays because I'm trying to cater for the American people as well. Okay, so rook takes d8 and queen takes b2 gets played. Yeah, Magnuts, it's 2:30 a.m. I stream, yes, I stream for you guys, okay? Yeah, Brazil is about 5 hours, right? Should be. Oh, are you 4 hours? Oh yeah. It's 4 hours right now. Yeah. It's a difference of 4 hours right now. Yeah. Arexial is the winner. Good job. Okay, now I dare all of you to continue the attack here for black. Okay, this is where it gets funky as all hell. Black to play and continue this attack. First of all, let's just look at this. Okay, the first thing that we need to note is that it's equal on that. Queen is now against this and this. So we have a queen against this and this. Okay. And the pawns, black is down a pawn as well. Okay. Donnie, thanks for the follow, Donnie. So yeah, Donnie, just check in Twitch, right? You will see that there is a videos tab and you can come and watch the video again, Donnie. I will also be cutting out these videos. The middle game video, actually, speaking of, give me a second just to update. Whatever, I don't even feel like it. Let me just see if I can ask him. Just trying to get one of the other doctors to update the title for me, of course, because of course it still says tactics, right? I'm gonna have to find a nice way to do that. Anyway, knight e4, yeah, and if he takes here, getting rid of some people. Cool, Donnie. I'm glad that you have used your Twitch to come and follow my stream. Knight d3, says Cardmino, looks interesting. Everybody is not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. What you guys need to notice, of course, which I think you do, is that all these squares are covered. Ooh, Sheppy! Throwing it in there. Little monster blow with knight a4. Why? Because knight c3 check. Well, hello there, my little friend. Exactly, Sheppy, exactly. Because the king is going to have to go to f3. And the hunt is on. Okay, so knight a4. Beautiful move by black here. And a good spot there by Sheppy as well. Well done, Sheppy. Very nice. Okay. So the queen goes to c2. And knight c3 check. And now the king goes to f3. This now becomes the toughest move that you will probably see in our modern times for quite some time. Okay? The next move was a shocker beyond all shocking belief that I didn't see, that nobody saw in this game, okay, except Ding Liren. Okay? So black to play now. And find a beautiful move. This is what made the whole games. Yeah, I know. G4, no. Yeah, Magnuts, I'm sure you. No, not yet, Magnuts, not yet. Give everybody a chance as well, because they have not seen it, right? So let people get a bit of a chance here to try. Sheppy, don't be a meanie now. Sheppy going in very rude here with the rook d4 move. Get trolled. Exactly. Yeah. That's it. Sheppy, get trolled, my friend. Get trolled. Rook d4. That's it. How about that? Snap on that one. Eat it. Eat it right there. Eat it yum yum. It's gorgeous. Have a yum yum. Eat that, fool. So what's the idea? The idea now is, the Pashnil, you said g4. Now the idea is g4 because it's mate, right? Yeah, rook d4, right? In the middle of the board, the rook just says, nah, you can't touch me. Okay? Because if he takes it, check, king moves, whatever, we don't even care, then just check. Okay? And now, of course, we're up material, right? So we're just up a piece here. Okay. So we end up a piece as black here. And that is enough to obviously win the game. Okay? So after rook d4, he can't take the stupid rook. Okay, so what the hell do you do? You're threatening g4 mate. That's it. That's the threat. Simple as that. Easy peasy lemony squeezy. This is very reminiscent of the Alekhine, Morphy, Anderson type of games, right? Even Tull would have loved to see this move. I think if you get to play a move like this, your life is complete. Okay? Your life is absolutely complete here. I don't even know if I looked at e4 because e4 fails to... Let me just think about it again in my head. Ooh, e4 still looks very, very, very terrible. Yeah, h3 is also an idea, right? e4... If you tried e4... Wait for it. Oh, this still looks really bad though, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you still lose everything. Right? If I go g4, knight takes, bishop takes, king takes. Here, right? That was the plan, right? Now, of course, if you go here or here, you get fort. Okay. Don't look at the engine. Loser report. Looking at the engine. What a loser. Ah, yeah. This is also right? So we also have if e4, rook takes, queen takes here, and f5 check. Yes, with f4. Yeah, don't use an engine, Magnutes. This is why you're never going to become a good player, because you're just letting the engine give you all the... No. You're not helping by giving the engine to give all the answers. If you want to help, then you try and figure out yourself, because of course this is something that I continuously tell everybody, okay? Is that it's not good enough to just look at what the engine says. You're never going to improve your own chess if you always just look at what the engine says, because then you're not putting in the work yourself to figure it out yourself. If somebody keeps on spoon feeding you the answer to everything, you're never going to learn, right? So yeah, hi Liam Chess. But you're right, yes. There's these ideas of f5 and then f4 trapping the bishop. Very correct, sir. Very, very correct. It's okay, Magnus, it's okay, but just don't do it. Promise you, don't do it. Yeah, you get scolded here. This is class, right? Class is in session. I'm going to spank you with a ruler or something if I have to. Okay. But yes, you're completely correct, right? There is always these ideas of f5, f4 check, just trapping the bishop, right? With this pawn formation. Very, very correct, yes. There's a lot of variations I looked at here as well. Let me just see. Like, let's say bishop f4, obviously rook takes, which was an interesting variation, because of course now if you play here, then I still play here and still win the queen. Okay, and now after the king goes to g3, knight check, and of course you have to lose your queen, because of king here. Oh, sorry, it's mate already, right? So yeah, king can't even go here because it's mate already. So you have to lose your queen now. Game over. Yes, class is in session. Okay, so that's not possible. So the only move left here was to play... queen takes c3 is another option. Interesting idea, right? And after takes. Okay. Now after knight takes check, the problem becomes that he needs to deal with after king moves. So where else can the king go? Okay, just out of interest. We have the same idea of king e4, then check, and here. Is quite possible, right? What happens if king e4? Oh, if king e4, we have this check as well. Could be quite nasty as well. Okay. So he plays king e3 is what I looked at, right? And then knight check here, here, and then bishop here, apparently. Apparently I'm getting challenged as well. So the idea is that that is a problem. Okay? The bishop can never move, and I'm threatening to just take it if your king ever moves backwards. Because then your knight dies. Now check how this goes. Bishop d3, knight takes, and then f5 check. Just like we had before. Same idea as you had, Magnus. Now the king goes, and we take the piece. Okay. If he tries bishop e2, then same stuff applies. Okay. If he plays knight f3 to try and run away, then we play rook here, and suddenly you can start seeing that the king is very awkwardly placed. Bishop goes here. If he tries bishop e2, then knight drops back, just to give these checking possibilities now as well. And after bishop here, check here, king here, check here, he has to sacrifice a piece. So the king is still stuck in the center, and he has to lose material to avoid getting mated. Okay. If he played bishop e5 first, let me just show you that. Sorry, after knight f3, bishop e5. Oh, I didn't even look any further. I didn't even go any further than this. Looks a bit dodgy, I guess. What do we play? What do we play? I guess we even have here, if knight takes, we can even go back here. And now we just threaten to do stuff like this. King here check, king takes here. Plenty of options for white to continue on just applying pressure in this position. But I do think that queen takes c3 could have been one of the more, possible answers for him to get out of this. Was queen takes c3. So here in this position, queen takes c3. I think that might have been an interesting way for him to try and survive this. This was a normal time control, the Pashnil. They play 40 moves for in 90 minutes, and then h3, and that is what was played in the game, Mikos. h3 is what was played in the game. h3. So h3 just stops the threat, right? Nice and simple. How do we continue for black? Hey, YWalk Gaming, how are you today? My Asian friend. Where are you from, YWalk Gaming? Where are you from? Let us know where you're from. You guys can all let me know where you guys are from. I like knowing where people are from, where people are watching from. And if someone can do me a favor, just slap in the chat there, exclamation mark stats. Because I have no idea what's going on, obviously, in the chat. I don't know, who's watching and who's not watching and stuff like that. You also from France? Oh, my word. Okay, Mikos from Italy. Cool. Thanks, Radioactive. There we go. Hi, Radioactive. Russia, Poland, Sebik, 1996. Welcome from Poland, man. And Arexiel says he's Turkey. That's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that. Very nice, boys and girls. Bit of a European, very late. Are you serious? Are you from Jamaica? Awesome. I would love to go to Jamaica. Silver Plates from Brazil. Herbst says he's from Sweden. Trabanto says he's from Holland. Of course, Radioactive is from the US of A. YWalk Gaming says he loves the frickin' kebabs. You know who else loves kebabs? Dr. Kistoni also loves his kebabs. Very good job, boys and girls. Very good job. Okay, so someone tell me. Someone tell me, how does black continue after h3? So h3 avoids the move g4. Okay, that is what the idea was behind h3. So how does black continue on the attack here? Kebabs are life. There we go. So how does black continue on the attack here? We don't have that much time left still, so yeah. Dark, the idea of the next black's move is to continue keeping the pressure. Yes, show. Yes. h5, there we go. Andre says, let's keep attacking. Let's keep attacking. There we go. h5. Perfect. Attack that stupid threat again, right? Okay. Now, things get very, very entertaining, right? He plays bishop h2. Why? Because now the king has an escape square to g3. Okay. g4 gets played, and the king goes to g3. Now, let's see who can find the next move. It just gets tougher and tougher and tougher, boys and girls. Hello, homeboy. What's up, yo? Again, for those of you, if you're not following this channel on Twitch yet, please do. If you're watching from Lichess, all you gotta do is click on the text at the bottom of the video on Lichess, on the bottom of the video on Lichess that says follow Chess Doctors on Twitch. That'll take you to the Twitch webpage where you can follow this channel. Then you'll always be notified when we go live, and you'll also be able to check out the schedule and stuff like that. So please, if you're not following us on Twitch yet, please do. I would be much obliged. Okay, everybody, now you have to be careful because this is a threat. Okay, the rook is now being threatened because there's no more fork, because the king has moved to g3. So, our rook is in immediate danger. Let's see if we can find an awesome square where that rook could go to. This game just gets better and better and better. Knight e4. Nope. If knight e4, then he can play, as ugly as it is, but probably king f4. Magnets, get the right square because you're on the wrong side of the board. There you go. Andre says it first. Rook d2. Throwing it in there. Because of course the queen can't take, otherwise, whoops, fork, and I win the queen back. Okay, so rook d2 is a beautiful another move in this position. Okay, the queen goes to b3, pretty much the only real square where the queen can go. Okay, and now he follows up with knight e4 check, as somebody pointed out, right? And now after king h4, we go bishop check. It just keeps going, right? The king comes forward on h5, and now let's see if you guys, I know, the Pastille, this is an insane game, okay? This game made Fischer, Tull, Alakine, Morphy, Anderson, all of the big guns, they all turned in the grave and said, yes, Ding, we applaud you, Ding, we are not worthy. We are not worthy, sir. How does black continue now? We're not done yet, boys. We're not done yet. So let's see if someone can find the coup de grace, right? This is like, seriously, like this is the final pretty move here. Black to play and be super, super, super lame, but awesome at the same time. Yeah, see, the Pastille, these type of moves are probably the toughest type of moves for most people to find, okay? Is because it's not a forcing move. This is the toughest move to find because it's not a forcing move. So let's see if anybody can sneak in here without going to go look at what a computer says. Well, Magnus, I mean, at least Ding Liren is in the candidates, whereas Nakamura is not, right? Knight f6 is not the answer. King h7 is not the answer either, but you're extremely close. The Pashnil is the closest. You're so warm, the Pashnil. You're so warm. Oh, it's so pretty. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there we go. He goes King g7. That's it. Why? Because look at this. Look at this. He needs to bring the rook into the battle as well. So the king just gets out the way. He's like, oh, hey. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm over here too. I'm just getting out of the way, boys. Just getting out of the way so that the rook can come past. Okay? He's just like, hey, hi. I'm just here to say hi. Just want to shake your hand. Yes, there we go. Just want to shake your hand. Good luck with death over there on h5, you ass. Okay, so he tries to play on, right? Bishop f4. Okay. Because now he's going to go check. Bishop f5, threatening this. And he goes bishop h6 check. Now the king goes to h7. Okay. And queen takes b7. And here we are back again. What does black play now? This stuff gets really, really complicated. What does black play right now? It is so important to be extremely accurate here. Yeah, the Pashnil. Imagine playing this game, right? You're sitting here and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I hate it. Just let me go. That's how I would feel about this, right? Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. Super baited. I tell you, super baited. So let's see if someone can find the finishing touches here. Black to play. And I love how black plays this. Ooh, rook d6. Nope. Bishop g6. We're getting warmer. We're getting warmer. Silver plate throwing in a bishop g6 there. Not quite. Okay, get the right square, but Magnus, yeah, rook takes f2, right? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sheppy. Magnus, I don't believe anything you say because you use an engine. Knight here, and we're threatening mate. We're just threatening mate. Knight takes knight there, and it's mate, right? That's it. Like literally, knight g3 is mate. So how do you stop knight g3 mate? Yeah, exactly, Magnus. Exactly. I know you already. You got you got trapped here, buddy. I know you already. So how do we stop this mate? Somebody find me a way to prevent that mate. Without, of course, losing a hell of a lot of material. We could just sack our queen and just lose the game anyway, but that would be stupid. So find a way to stop the mate. How does knight g3 get stopped? yeah, that's not a terrible idea. That's not a terrible idea, Magna. It's not a terrible idea. Okay, he actually played bishop g5, by the way. He played bishop g5. Now, out of interest, if bishop f4 gets played, yes, then this square is still covered, right? So if we play rook here, then GG. Hey, me on Twitch. Hello, me on Twitch. How are you, my friend? I have your game, by the way, me on Twitch. I have your game. It is in the study. It is in the list. So whenever you are online and I am busy doing viewer games, I will do your game first. Okay, me on Twitch. So I do have your game. It hasn't disappeared. I promise I will go through the game for you. Okay. I'm not doing viewer games tonight. I think I'm doing viewer games tomorrow night if you check out the schedule. But so tomorrow night, if you pop in, then definitely I will do your game for you. Okay, me on Twitch. Hiya, Hosasa. Okay. So yeah, Magnus, he played bishop g5. Played bishop g5, right? And now let's continue this. It's the same idea, right? He plays rook h8 because this is just mate. He just goes king moves and it's mate. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful idea. Yeah, Magnus, actually just can somebody type in exclamation mark Discord in the chat? Just type exclamation mark Discord. Okay, then Magnets, join us in the Discord channel, and in the Discord channel we have a sub channel called Viewer Games. You post your game in there, I add it to the study, and it's in the list of games to get analyzed. Okay, so just join me in Discord, Magnets. Come and join the channel in Discord. By the way, just so you guys know, in our Discord channel we have GM Irina Crush in there. We have a few IMs and a couple of other WGMs and stuff as well. So we have a lot of strong players. Anna Rudolph, she is in our Discord channel as well. Fiona, she is also in our Discord channel. So we're rocking it with the girls, bro. Apparently we are popular. Popular. Yeah, Irina Crush, I know. Okay, so this game continued, by the way. It went knight takes f7 to be able to block. Okay. The bishop went to g6. It's really, really funny. Ah, hostiligo. Oh, did it have to end? Darn it. Okay, Dre, I'll see you later, buddy. Have a good one. Have a good one. Thanks for the sub there, Hostile Ego. Thank you so much, buddy. And welcome to the channel. Again, if you guys have questions, come and join us on Discord as well. Of course, we are basically on Discord 24/7 nowadays, right? So join us there, and of course, you are more than welcome to come and ask us questions there as well. Put your games in the viewer game channel as well. So bishop g7, g6, by the way, got played. The king took the pawn. Knight goes check. Okay. Knight takes. Bishop check. King has to go back, and king moves out of the way. And after there, checkmate. Covered, 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 covered. Beautiful little game here. Oh, nice one, host. Nice one, Hostile. Nice one. Yeah. So Irina, she's actually a very cool lady, I must admit. I'm very happy that she joined us in Discord. It's really, really cool. She joined us today as well for a bit of analyzing of the games of the Rilton Cup. We will get Irina probably as well on the stream, by the way. So we will get Irina to join us on the stream as well. She has said that she does not mind. Oh, yeah, Naruto, it's fine. I will show it again. I will show it again. I don't worry. So let me just go back, right? So after rook h8. So, okay, first after rook takes f2, okay? There was a mate threat on g3, okay? This was the mate threat here. Just checkmate, right? Because all the squares are covered. Okay, so he plays bishop g7 to block this, okay? And now black just goes rook to h8 with the idea of king g7 mate. Okay, so white plays knight takes f7, which now gives him the option of playing knight back to h6 to block the mating idea. But now all the pieces get overloaded, okay? This bishop and this knight are the only two pieces that can help you to prevent mate. But they get overloaded because they need to defend all the same squares at the same time. And they can't. Okay? So this knight now needs to stay here in order to play here. So it can't move. But from this square, the knight also doesn't defend this check anymore. So black just goes check with the bishop. Okay? Now, if you played king here, it wouldn't change anything because I would just be able to move here check. And of course, if you take with a knight, Oh, sorry, it would be check still. Sorry, then here check. Okay, boom. Right? And if you take, then check. Oops. Still checkmate. All the squares are covered. This rook got it covered. That's got that covered. The rook is defending the bishop. Attack and attack. Okay? If he sacrifices his knight, by the way, he would lose his queen. That would be the best option for him. Here, here, and here. And now you're just down 2 pieces. So that's the best. That would be the best that he could possibly have done here. Okay. Now we go back. And we see that he doesn't play king h4. Okay? He plays king takes g4. But now, like I pointed out, the problem is that this knight has to defend this square now against this check. And it has to defend this square now against the obvious when we move our king. All in good time, Mr. Radioactive. All in good time. Okay, so he plays knight e5 check. Because, of course, the knight now will have to move and then it cannot defend h6 anymore. So he's overloading the defensive pieces here. Okay? So the knight has to take because otherwise it's going to be mate anyway. If you go here, I go check again. Same idea, right? If the knight takes, I just move my king and it's still... Boom. Still a mate idea here. Okay. So you still lose a bunch of pieces. Best idea is knight, I take, you take, and I take back. And I'm still up 2 pieces. You're most likely probably getting mated here anyway. You're still so badly placed here with all your pieces, right? It's so sad. Okay, so we go back again. And we see that after the move, knight check, knight takes. Now you can force the king back into the H file. So after bishop check, okay, king covered. King has to go back into the H file. And now you just move your king check. And now, of course, you can't go back into any of these squares. So after bishop here, check mate. That's it. Yeah. What did I say about that? We kept those pieces there for the whole game. And that is the point. That is the problem, right? So even though we're down material, we're not actually down material because the rook and the bishop were never part of the game. So again, you know, it's only a weakness if it can be attacked. That is the motto of our lives right now, okay? Chess is all about this. It's only a weakness if it can get attacked. So a material deficit is only a deficit if he can use it. If he can't use his material, like he didn't here, because he never could, because they're stuck in the back rank still, then you're not actually really down material. Not really. Unless, of course, he is able to eventually... Yeah, the Pashnil, the answer is you don't. You know what, the Pashnil, balls. That's what you need, the Pashnil. Okay, seriously, like it is just an insane game, right? It is a really beautiful showing of how someone can just completely attack someone's king that is stuck in the center. It is a fantastic example. I have more of these, by the way, so don't worry. I'm going to show you more stuff and ideas of how to attack when the king is in the center. Not now, of course. So, you know, I am going to do more lessons on this. So yeah, so keep on watching, guys. I am going to start with the end games now. Okay? Because I need to finish in 55 minutes because Dr. Hack will take over the channel and he will be doing a gambit guide for you guys. So, you know, for those of you who don't know that I'm not the only one here, Magnuts, I don't know if you didn't know, if you knew this, but I'm not the only chess doctor. Okay, so yeah, so there's still Dr. Hack and Dr. Kestoni as well. So Dr. Hack